in peace. Y'all want to put the man in the wig. I ain't letting no preacher stand up. Ain't no ordained, anointed preacher gonna do that. Stand up with no man and preach in the wig. Stop it. Y'all doing this for the show. Y'all ain't worried about my son's soul. Please, I ask y'all to have Friday. I'm gonna get a word, girl la la. Whatever y'all want, girl la la la. I don't know him as that. I ain't taking that from his followers, from his crowd, none of that. Y'all can have that. Put him in the wig. The viewing is open for the public. Come see him. I ain't taking the opportunity from y'all. I don't want none of his followers, likes, none of that. The funeral Saturday. Put my son in the pot smoke, braids with a sharp tape, or afro for the last time. I ain't attending no funeral with my son that God gave to me as a boy in the wig. Bury my son in peace. Y'all want to put the man in the wig. I ain't letting no preacher stand up. Ain't no ordained, anointed preacher gonna do that. Stand up with no man and preach in the wig. Stop it. Y'all doing this for the show. Y'all ain't worried about my son's soul. Please, I ask y'all to have Friday. I'm gonna get a word, girl la la. Whatever y'all want.
All right, so let me add some context to the subject. Basically, it's a guy whose son was part of the LGBTQ RST. It's a few letters left, so I'm gonna stop there. Basically, it was a quote unquote trans. She passed away recently, and basically the father has went public and went viral saying that he's not coming to the funeral unless his son is buried as a man. And so that has sparked a lot of conversation, a lot of talk, and a lot of riff in some parts of his son's community. So with that being said, man, let's talk about it, man. Green.
Oh, you want me to
What's
go first?
yeah,
Okay.
what's your thoughts on this? Do you agree with him? Do you not? And whatever else you want to add to it. Talk to us.
Okay, so this is a very sensitive subject, okay? Especially when it comes down to this guy's child passing. Now, I'm not a homophobe whatsoever. If his son's my opinion on this, if his son wanted to be buried that way and that was his wish, respect it. Your son just passed. I don't care about his lifestyle if that was mine. Um, Honestly, I can't control it. How can I?
No.
So his choice is his choice. Why hate him for his choice? He want to live that way. Fine. I raised the boy, and it'll hurt as a man, as a strong man. You know, bearing a daughter now, but I raised him to be a man. It's a hard situation for a parent. But for him to be like, I'm not going and this and that and no ordained, you know, he's gonna have to live with that because you only get one moment to bury your kid. You only get one chance to bury your kid. Like, and then you burying your kid not burying you. It's so much, like it's so much, it's a hot situation. It's so much to say on it to where it's so sensitive. You want to live your life that way, live your life that way. That's how I feel about it when it comes down to people, man, because this is a different world now. If it was in the 90s, it would be looked upon as, oh my God. I have a homegirl right now, like she's a full blown, stud. But back in the day when we was in high school, she told me to hook up with my homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But now she's a stud, like, but she looked like a stud then, you know. So
Oh,
We all knew, but she wanted me to hook her up. I ain't never told nobody this story. I ain't gonna
yeah.
say no name, none of that shit. Hopefully I don't watch this shit. But yeah. Hell no. But at the end of the day, let me sell the ship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, I don't agree with him, man. I think that's fucked up. But that's his choice, and he gonna have to live with that.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. King,
Yeah,
are you-
I'm at the second with Green. Like, I don't think I
yeah.
agree with this particular father right here that I'm seeing. I mean, I don't think I agree in a sense of like we don't know any other thing than what we saw in the video. So I don't
Yeah.
want to try to move the goalposts and nothing like that. But it just seems like maybe you do know your son a little bit more than what the friends do or something. Maybe the son did show you that, but I mean, if the if he's living as a trans, not that he's a trans, so I'm pretty sure in his mind's eye, he probably thought about maybe he would be in a casket one day as a trans. So I would out for it because this is us. We talking. We at Mama's house. We talking. Like for me, I would hope if I had a chance to have my wife there, you know, what I'm saying, to help with the decision making, because I would just be like, what is this? Like, do we get him dressed up as her, him? What do we? What are you thinking? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, yeah, let's do it. All right, then that's what you do. But I,
Man.
cause I don't know, cause a funeral to me is for it's for the person to send them home, but it's really for the people who come in to have a closure. So if that's the last way they seen her, then I mean that's
Put me in an urn.
you're right. That's what I'm saying.
Ain't
Cremate
none
me.
of you
You
motherfuckers
gotta,
looking
you gotta
over
fight
me.
about
Don't kiss my dead body. Don't act like you love me.
it. Yeah.
None of that shit, man.
I'm a, I'm a, I'm just gonna land my plane there because I mean he could grieve in how he wants to. It is his child. I'm assuming the person is an adult. I'm assuming, so
Yeah, 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 yeah.
he can grieve how he want to grieve. If that's how he wants to lash out, that's how he lashing out. Because I just see as somebody doing a temper tantrum right now. I don't see this being about this being a drag or a male or not. I just see this is the final grandstand. This whatever he wants to call himself, father,
You know,
with the
you
hoodie on
knew.
his head.
Yeah, you old gangster wanna
With
be.
it already screams like there's some sort of irresponsibility he may have had. And even there's a irresponsibility to where you haven't had a conversation with your son that something if something was to happen to you. Do you have a will? And if you do have a will, did you relay that information to your son to possibly have a will, or talk about like, hey, what would it be like if I pass? I know those are hard conversations, but they should be a conversation if you're that close to your person.
Right.
So I'll land my plan right there.
Okay, so here go my thoughts on it. It's so many layers that matter, right? That matter when it comes to the situation. But what happened was I thought about all those things y'all said, right? And so, searching for understanding first was what was my number one goal before I made a decision on my thoughts on it, on how he feels. I looked at the accountability part, right? I looked at all that as a possibility, right? But what happened is that after I thought about all the reasons why I could have held him or all the reasons that he's probably justifiably should be held accountable for him becoming like that, I have to compartmentalize it, right? It's one of them situations where it's hard for me to not inject myself in the example of it, right? Because again, I agree with y'all. There's almost a certain chance more than not that some mistakes in the parenting caused it. Now, here's the downside to that, right? There will be backfire for that, which is okay. We don't give a fuck, but I'm just speaking on it, right? To get to my point. It will be backfire for that, right? Because there are great parents as well. It's a minority. Mom, dad, nobody touched them or whatever, and they end up that way, right?
Yeah.
So what I decided to do is I said, okay, right, take all that aside. Focus on the situation at hand, right? And this is what helped me come to my decision as far as how my thoughts about it. If I had a son, and for some strange reason, whether it's lack of parenting or not lack of parenting, he just was extremely freaking motherfucker who decided to go into that world, right?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Whether he was gay, bisexual, or trans, I would have not accepted him, right? That's first point. I would have not accepted him. I come from the era of shame. I come from an era where men was such men. You ain't finna walk in my house with no dress on. You gonna sleep with who you sleep with, cool. But what I'm not gonna do is play stupid on your behalf. I'm not gonna lower my standards of how I see the world for you just because you're my son and I love you. So I'm not gonna switch up to please your switch up. That's not how things go around here. You don't change. I don't change rules for you. That's not how I raised you, and you ain't finna turn around and then try to reinforce some change in my house because you grown and you decide you want to wear panties and a dress.
But all due respect to the show At My Moma's House, all due respect to the show, but in death, like I get that in the living because you expressed that in the living, but
No, I get it.
Death though, this is
I'm
about,
not finished. I'm getting to that point. I ain't done. I'm getting to the funeral. I'm getting there. So, with that being said, if I'm not going to accept you trying to be something you not alive, I'm going to stand on that shit in your death. And that's just my thoughts. Some people going to agree with it, some people are not. I guess I'm not as sensitive as some people would think I should be. No, I'm not. I don't have to accept you in your death either. I don't have to accept my
on the ground.
No, don't give a fuck. No, because here's the thing: respect is everything to me. If respect is more important than love with my wife, then my son don't get no special treatment. And that if that's the case, I might as well love my wife through me catching up, sucking another nigga dick then. What's the fucking difference? Because my son is just as much of mine as my woman is. But I ain't gonna stay with my woman if I catching her sucking another nigga dick. To me, catching my wife sucking another dick and my son growing up to suck another nigga dick, it's all dick sucking. And I ain't for none of that.
Fuck, pause. Time out.
Nah, we grown. Ain't nothing to pause.
Yeah,
Ain't no gay niggas here. We straight. Fuck that
yeah,
pause.
we grown as fuck, but that was just a lot of them.
but it's a sensitive subject.
What you say? What you say, King? I've had enough.
But look, but here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part. This goes to show you. This further proves why I ain't got to accept it even in his death. Yeah. Man, I'm not walking up to your damn casket and you got a bitch wig on, bro. Nah,
see, that's the other side of the story. You know, you got to get to.
Man.
That's the other side of it, bro. See, like you got those parents that's just straight up. You know, hey, I don't agree with them, but at the same time, too, I do respect what he's saying because he probably had that same relationship, like you said, in the beginning, you know. And it's like still gonna be the same, nigga. You die, nigga. I want to go see your bitch ass no wig. I ain't gonna see your ass your cake ass in no wig when you was alive. I ain't going to go see you in a wig in your goddamn casket.
Nah.
Yeah. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
you know?
and I'm not disagreeing with y'all because we all love different and we all gonna grieve different.
Right.
So it ain't no wrong answer.
But you know what?
Not at all.
In a traditional church, ain't no pastor gonna agree to you know, to bury him with no wig and have no service like that. And in my era anyway, the southern churches, most of them they be like, who is he gonna put on? He ain't gonna have no suit. Or he's gonna be closed casket.
That's what he said too.
That's what I'm saying. And he did. I remember. That's why I'm bringing it up. Like it's a lot of shit. It's a lot. It's a lot, dog. And you can't say nothing without disrespecting a motherfucker or making somebody feel uncomfortable. Yeah. You know, but at the same time, fuck them.
So what's gonna happen? Because we about to come into an era of this shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's already here.
And we don't know.
It's been here.
I don't know.
We can anticipate, but we don't quite know. We don't know how far it's going to get because you got to admit there is kickback. There are people fighting against this mentality. You know, you seen what Trump did. He's like, "Nah, ain't you male or female?" He made it.
Yeah, man. Cause they trying to make it to where these motherfuckers can go in a ladies' restroom, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's wrong with these fools, man? So, man, I mean, it's a lot of them that's weirdos too. Man, in the public, bro. I'm telling you, man, I see so much crazy ass shit. Motherfuckers get on there dressed all kind of crazy, dudes, and now there's one area around that bitch where they just, I mean, lace shit, men walking down. This shit's so nasty.
I know, bro.
It's so nasty, man. And you know, I mean, hey, that ain't my thing, bro. H's on. You motherfuckers are so happy to scroll past this bitch and you see me talking about your cake ass looking at that shit. Don't pay me no mind.
For real.
I'm just speaking my mind. We are entitled to our own opinions, aren't we?
Man, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Fuck it. Hey, look, my plane landed, man.
yeah, man. I mean, hey, you know, they're my thoughts too, fam. They're my thoughts too. You know,
oh my God.
Look, all I'm saying is, man, can't nobody make me accept nothing, dog. I'm grown. I'm a grown man, dog. My kids, how you gonna, bro? How somebody that I laid the law down to gonna turn around and tell me what I'm gonna accept? Nah, bro. Who the fuck you think you is? Nigga, your mama can't even push me over, nigga.
Isn't it? My son better not never come to my goddamn house dressed in no dress. Tell you like this. I'm sorry. He ain't that type of guy. But you know, if he was,
I get what you're saying.
You know, my wife would get on my ass, man. My wife would get on my ass, be like, man, it's my son, man. You know what I'm saying? My wife would get on my ass, bro.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna have no choice but to be like, you know, I gotta look at it a different way. You know what I mean? I'm gonna please her. You know, that's still my kid. That's still my kid. If he was that's where I'm at with it, man.
See, that's why we different. See, that's why we different at. At that point, you're not my son no more. You're not my son no more.
Your daughter. Hey, but check it. But check it though. But check it. I have no choice. Like I wouldn't know what to do though, bro.
I wouldn't know what to do.
I'm sitting there really thinking, like I'm really thinking, bro. I'm really sitting there thinking about this shit, bro. That's why I keep talking about it. I'm like, man, I wouldn't know. Like, all
bro.
right, so look, check it. Is he like the sex change type of
I
gay,
don't
or
give
is he
a
that?
fuck.
I'm
His
Man,
just trying to
friend,
figure out, like,
you saw
would
the
he be?
video, sir. You saw the video. He wears a wig. He thinks
No,
he's a
I'm
woman.
saying that, oh, if it was me, if it was my situation, like I gotta
Oh,
figure out if it would be, what would I be more comfortable accepting?
I'm not
You
accepting
got me?
nothing.
What would I
I'm
be? What
not
would you be
accepting.
more comfortable accepting if you had to?
I'm not accepting nothing.
It's a whole no for you. Like fuck all that shit. If you
Bro,
was
you're not
like,
my son no more. I stand
what
on
the
business. Let me tell you something. Y'all don't ever
man?
grew up and or seen movies where if the kid getting too far out of line, the parents will say, you can get, if you think you grown, then go get the fuck out of here. Mama would cry, but mama and them still kick that. Daddy, he can't stay here,
right.
bro. And knowing that you can lose your child. They didn't kick the child. They didn't, you know what? They didn't even kick the child out. They'll just say, you think your ass grown? If you don't want to obey the rules here, get your fuck out. If he walked out, that's on him. Mama gonna cry that night. Daddy ain't gonna lose no sleep, but he gonna be short of some pussy that night. So he gonna even be more mad at that little motherfucker. He really ain't
Right,
gonna like him.
real shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, what? Nigga, I'm losing nights of pussy because of your bitch ass, boy. Nah, I don't play that shit, bro. Nah, I
Real
don't care,
talk.
bro. I'm man say
Fuck
I
all
can't
that shit.
do it, dog. Yeah, man, let me tell you something. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids, nigga. I can make some more of them motherfuckers. I can't make another good wife. Not that particular one. I can make some kids.
So you
I'm
mean to,
Virgo.
so you mean to tell me you would disown your kid?
No, and I notice people say that, right? It's the other way around. My kid is disowning me, nigga. I ain't disowning shit.
But you making a choice for him at that time. And the
No, I'm
little nigga
not.
still love you, like you
No,
know.
I still love him, but he's making the choice. He's making the choice to disown me because he don't want to live up to the standards that me and our society gave him to live within the proximities is of. Okay, go to Russia, nigga, say how long you live. Go to Saudi Arabia. I mean, majority of the world, he can't even live like that. 90% of the world, he couldn't even go to. Bro, check this out. My cousin, right? And my cousin was talking to this girl who was stud. They was picking what country to go the next country to go vacation at. Do you know she had to bypass every country that don't honor them because of the punishment she could face? Bro, she literally couldn't go to 92% of the world. She had to pick the 8% of the world that she can go to with my cousin.
Hey, yo, that's why Russia threw Brittany Garner ass in jail.
You feel me? So, hey,
You hear that shit? I
it's
said
like,
that's why they kick ass in Russia threw Brittany Garner ass in jail. I'm telling you, she went over
then
there looking suspect like a
they call
motherfucker.
it
Oh,
Mr.
weird ass.
Green. Come on, bro.
Your
Mhm.
weird ass. She was
Yeah.
like,
But say
hey,
to my people in the comments, what's your thoughts? Would you go to your son's funeral? Would you
yeah,
not? Talk to us. Let us know. Shout out
right.
to I don't mean to mess up your name. Payroy Kablat. I forget.
A Ray Kablock,
Yeah, okay. Forgive me, fam.
R.A.
Look, he talking about get back to work. We working. We working, pay right?
I'm
I'm
working
gonna
right.
call
I'm working from home right now.
yeah, hey, Pay Ray. I'm gonna call you Pay Ray. It got gangster little sound to it. Pay Ray. Payday. You know what I'm talking
A
about?
Ray. God
Yeah,
damn it.
feel sound on West Coast.
And my
My
nigga,
That like to
who you
subscribe.
going to go see? My nigga Pay Ray.
nigga Pay Ray. Yeah. Hey, Pay Ray, what's up, man? You let go to the club. It's payday.
What's cracking, Pay Ray, man? Hey, man.
Make sure you subscribe, Pay Ray, if you haven't already, man. Talk to us.
Yeah.
Let us know you're here. We gave you plenty of shout outs, fam.
You know
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
y'all. Mute your mics. Let's get to the next subject, baby.